Know what you need to do. What are new behaviors you need to master to be successful for any problem, such as losing weight, overcoming an addiction, calming your temper, or avoiding distractions? It is critical to know which important behaviors will help you reach your goal, then practice them over and over. Here are a few general examples, followed by suggestions for specific issues. Make sure your blood sugar is stable to keep the PFC healthy. Get enough sleep to keep the PFC healthy. Take a proper nutrition supplements. Add in exercise. Learn to control your thoughts so you don't have to medicate them with food or drugs. Get your blood work done so you do not miss an important contributor such as low vitamin D, thyroid, or testosterone levels. It's important to know when you are most vulnerable. Be curious about your behavior, not furious at your slip-ups or mistakes. Investigating setbacks can be extremely instructive if you take the time to really analyze them. Once you know when you're vulnerable, you can create contingency plans to overcome unwanted behaviors. Psychology professor Peter Goldwich from New York University has published extensive research on behavior change. He recommends people create then scenarios that spell out how they break unwanted habits. For example, if X situation happens, then I will do Y, pre-planned action. Using this simple technique has been shown to increase activity in the PFC, which can help override the brain's autonomic or reflexive behaviors from SSG and BG. It has even shown to help normalize the brain in children with ADHD. Making your if-then plans known to others also improves your ability to stay on track. If I do this, then what happens? Thinking ahead helps to prevent a lot of unwanted trouble. If I find myself becoming irritated at someone, then I will take 3 deep belly breaths before I say anything else. If I'm anxious about a meeting, then I will write down my anxious thoughts, which helps me dispel them. To succeed at changing, you have to discern your impulses and make the right choices flexible. The only way you can sustain a change is to change what brings you pleasure. Connect to who you are becoming and think like a healthy person. How would a healthy person order this meal or act this vulnerable situation? Willpower is a skill you can develop. If you can distract yourself for just a minute, temptations often go away. Be a loving, effective parent to yourself. Whom you spend your time with matters. Cultivating bad habits and good ones is a team sport and the need friends rather than accomplices. You don't have to be perfect. No one is. You just need to keep working on it. Change happens better and faster if you're playful, flexible, and iterative. Few people change all at once. Change occurs most effectively when it's smaller, incremental over time. Relying solely on willpower is usually a prescription for failure. Know your motivation. When motivation is high, you can do hard things. When things don't work, be curious, not furious. Ask why and react. It may take several tries. Our brains are wired to keep doing what we are always done, but we can change the ruts into superhighways of success. Making small changes is the secret to feeling better fast, and it can lead to taking on big change that will ensure those feelings last. 1. Naturally boosting serotonin. 2. Define what you want and why. 3. Access your readiness for change. 4. Know what you need to do. 5. Identify your most vulnerable moments. 6. Develop them plans and overcome your vulnerable moments. 7. Reframe your pains. 8. Turn accomplices into friends. 9. Use the tiny behaviors to create massive change. Each of these habits take just a few minutes. They are anchored to something you do or think or feel, so that they are more likely to become automatic. Once you do the behaviors you want, find a way to make yourself feel good about them. Draw a happy face, palm your fist, or do whatever feels natural. Emotion helps the brain to remember. After I start to argue, I'll ask myself, is my behavior getting me what I want? When I get out of bed in the morning, I will open the curtains to shade to let sunshine in. When I feel anxious, I will eat a complex carbohydrates such as a sweet potato to boost serotonin. When I relapse or make a mistake with my health, I will ask myself, what can I learn from my mistake? When I feel thoughts going over and over in my head, I will write them down, which helps to get rid of them. Master your rational mind. Dark thoughts in the mind are not you. What are false messages from the brain? And because you're not your brain, you don't have to listen. You don't have to listen to the Messiah. That's correct. The seventh thinking principle number 1. Every time you have a thought, your brain releases chemicals. That's how your brain works. You have a thought, your brain releases chemicals. Electrical transmission travel throughout your brain, and you become aware of what you're thinking. Thoughts are real, and they have a powerful impact on how you feel and behave. Just as a muscle that's exercised becomes stronger, repeatedly thinking the same thoughts and it makes them stronger too. Similarly, every time you have a happy, hopeful, kind, optimistic, positive thought, your brain releases chemicals that make you feel good. I asked Marcus to think about the last time he had a happy thought. How did he feel inside his body? When most people are happy, their muscles relax, their hearts beat more slowly, their hands become dry, and they breathe more evenly. When he thought about it, he said he felt peaceful and happy. Thoughts can make your mind and body feel good, or they can make you feel bad. Every cell in your body is affected by every thought you have. We know this from polygraph or lie detector test. During a polygraph, a person is connected to instruments that measure hand temperature, heart rate, blood pressure, breathing rate, and muscle tension, sweat gland activity. Almost immediately, the test of the person's body reacts to every thought he has, whether he says anything or not. If the person did it and worries he'd be found out, his body is likely to have a stress response and react in the following ways. The opposite is also true. If he did not do the deed, his body will experience a relaxation response and react in the following ways. Hand temperature increases, heart rate slows, blood pressure decreases, breathing rate decreases and breathes and become deeper, muscle tension decreases, sweat gland activity decreases. Again, your body reacts almost immediately to what you think. And not just when you ask it, but telling the truth. Your body reacts to every thought you have, which it is about work, friends, family, or anything else. Negative experiences can have a greater impact on the brain than positive ones. People pay more attention to negative than the positive news. That's true. The only way to escape this is to focus on what will bring flow, activities that increase in our sense of purpose and achievement. Thoughts are based on complex chemical reactions in the brain. Memories from the past, the quality of sleep, hormones and blood sugar, and many other factors. They're automatic, reflexive, random, and overwhelmingly negative. Plus, they are often erroneous. Unless disciplined and bridled, and they will lie to you and wreak havoc in your life. It's important to examine your thoughts to see if they're true and if they're helping you or hurting you. Unfortunately, if you never challenge your thoughts, you will simply believe them and then act out an enormous belief. You can learn to eliminate the ends and automatic negative thoughts and distill your happiness. Whenever you feel sad, mad, nervous, or out of control, write down your automatic negative thoughts. The act of writing down an ants helps to get the invaders out of your head. One negative thought, like a one ant and a picnic, is not a big problem. You can learn to eliminate the automatic negative thoughts and replace them with more helpful thoughts. They give you a more accurate, fair assessment of any situation. It's not positive thinking that ignores reality. Instead, I advocate accurate, honest thinking. This skill alone can completely change your life if you embrace and practice it. With a bit of practice, you can choose to think helpful thoughts and feel good, or you can choose to think toxic thoughts and feel lousy. It's up to you. Okay. One way to begin is to notice your thoughts. When you're negative, write them down and talk back to them. If you can correct the negative thoughts, then you can take away their power. When you have a negative thought without challenging it, your mind believes it and your body reacts to it. Whenever you notice these ends, you need to crush them or they'll ruin your relationships and your self-esteem and your personal power. All or nothing ends. These sneaky ends and make you feel sorry for yourself. They don't use words like sometimes or maybe. All or nothing ends thinking in absolutes. Words like all, always, never, none, nothing, no one, everyone, and every time. This is an example of all or nothing thinking. When you believe that everything is either all good or all bad, it is the same as black and white thinking. This end can see anything good is BDI to mistakes and a problem. While focusing on the positive will improve your mood and help you feel better about yourself. Putting a positive spin on your thoughts will lead to the positive changes in your brain. They make you happier and smarter. I have already lost 8 pounds and have changed my lifestyle, so I will continue to lose weight until I reach my goal of losing 30 pounds. Of course, there are many important should and shouldn't thoughts. But in my 35 years as a psychiatrist, I found that guilt is generally not helpful motivator of behavior. It often backfires and can be counterproductive to your goal. Thinking in words like should, must, ought to, and a healthy typical guilt beating ends. It is better to replace a guilt beating ends with the phrases like I want to do this. It fits with my goals and to do that, or it would be helpful to do this. Okay. I want to visit my parents because they are special to me. Okay, even positive labels can be harmful. I tell parents, for example, never praise your children for being smart. Praise them instead of working hard. When you tell children they're smart, they become more performance-oriented and assume that intelligence cannot be improved. If they start to struggle with a new task, they may feel not smart and give up. But if you praise your children for working hard, when they come up against a difficult task, they will persist because they work hard. I will find a way to succeed. I'll go to college if I want to. I will succeed with my hard work. This I'm convinced. You can see inside someone else's mind and know how others think and feel without even being told. That goes in your direction doesn't mean somebody's talking about you or mad at you. I tell people that a negative look from someone else may mean nothing more than that he or she is constipated. You just don't know. I tell all my patients in 18-40-60 rule, which says that when you're 18, you worry about what everyone thinks of you. When you're 40, you don't care what anyone thinks about you. And when you're 60, you realize no one has been thinking about you at all. People spend their days worrying and thinking about themselves, not about you. Stop trying to read their mind. 맞아요. Don't let this anti-raise your good feelings. When there are things you don't understand, ask for clarification. Mind reader ants are infectious and cause trouble between people. Blaming ants. When things are going wrong, the blaming ant always sings a same old and a sad song. He did it. She did it. It's not my fault. It's your fault. This ant doesn't want you to make your mistakes and learn how to fix things and make them right. I want you to be a victim. Of all the ants, blaming ants, and the most toxic, I call them red ants because they're not only steal your happiness, they also drain of your personal power. When you blame something or someone else for the problem in your life, you become a victim of circumstances who can do anything to change the situation. Be honest with yourself and ask yourself if they have tendency to say things like, beginning a sentence with, "It is your fault that I," can ruin your life. Blaming ants and make you a victim, and when you're a victim, your power is to change your behavior. In order to break free from blaming ant addiction, you have to change your thinking by making it your responsibility to change. It is your life. Permitting your life to be taken over by another person is like letting the waiter eat your dinner. All or nothing is. Thinking that things are either are good or are bad. Just in a bad answer, seeing only the bad in a situation. Guilty beating ants, thinking words like should, must, ought, or have to. Labeling ants, attaching a negative to yourself and someone else. Fortune teller ants, predicting the worst possible outcome for the situation with little or no evidence for it. Mind reader ants, believing you know what other people are thinking, even though they haven't told you. It is possible to learn how to listen to your thoughts and redirect them so that you feel happier and more positive. We all deal with disjointed thoughts at times. But one of the best ways to stop the monkeys from ruining your mind with all their distractions is to start paying attention to them. When you ignore your inner life, like attention starts the children, the monkeys start to misbehave, torture you, belittle you, and then wag their noses of havoc. However, when you start noticing your thoughts, evaluating them, or even being amused by them, they loosen their control over your emotional life. Taking time to reflect and direct your inner life can help you train the monkeys to work for you rather than threaten your sanity. Meditation is a wonderful way to get control of your mind. Research has shown that meditation can slow your heart rate, lower blood pressure, increase the circulation, aid digestion, strengthen your immune system, improve cognition, focus, and memory, and decrease the brain aging, addictions, anxiety, depression, irritability. Developing a few minutes each day to this practice, whether by meditation on a scripture passage or doing the loving kindness meditation, will help you quiet your mind. As soon as you awaken on your feet, hit the floor in the morning, say these words out loud. Since your mind is prone to negativity, it will find a stress in an upcoming day unless you train and discipline it. When you direct your thoughts into today is going to be a great day, your brain will help you uncover the reasons why it will be so. Instead, when I say, today is going to be a great day, I think all of the wonderful people I meet or lives and they maybe change our work, and I enjoy the journey. You have the choice in where you direct your attention. Even in times of loss, this is simple strategy can make a powerfully positive difference in your life. Business professionals frequently say, you cannot change what you do not measure. That's why it's smart to keep a daily journal to record and measure the feelings you want to decrease, such as anxiety, fear, sadness, anger, grief, or that you want to increase, such as joy, happiness, or another emotion. Write down a feeling evaluated on a scale from 1 to 10, where 1 is awful and 10 is great. Once you have established this baseline, you can see whichever intervention in a better, faster, and make it last and work best for you. Whenever you have a difficult day or several days, you can look at your journal and try to spot trends such as certain days of a week, time of the day, time of your menstrual cycle, whether you have eaten or not, and more.